'Tis the season, not just to be jolly and spirited, but also for burglars. New this morning, police in Worthington are investigating 11 home burglaries. NBC4's Beth Del Pani spoke with police and has the latest this morning. Beth?
Yes, I also spoke with some residents. As you can imagine, certainly a frightening thing for many of these residents to be going through at this point. Almost a dozen of these. But I want to show you here where a lot of these are happening. Police are telling me that many times the burglars are entering in a rear window or a rear door. And one of the problems that I just was speaking with one of the sergeants about is people are actually breaking the glass in a door and then reaching in and unlocking those bolts there. So certainly something to keep in mind in terms of home security. Again, though, almost a dozen of these happening in the past 2.5 months. That's certainly up. And they are saying, these authorities are saying that typically this time of year is when they see residential burglaries start to rise, certainly prompting police to send out warnings to neighborhood block watch coordinators. Jewelry has actually been the primary target in these crimes. Sometimes that's the only type of item that's been taken from these homes. In most of the burglaries, the suspect, as I mentioned, enters through a rear window or back door, but there were a couple of cases where the front door, they had entered through the front door, a front door had been pried open. Many of these crimes have taken place on a weekday, right during the day between 7 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon.
Does seem bold, and I do know that just being on the block watch that we're really telling people to call the police. You see anything that looks suspicious, anything doesn't feel right, hear anything, that's their job. So I do know that that's probably the #1 thing I would do to protect myself, and hope everybody else will do the same.
Certainly it all goes back to if you see something, say something. Stay with us, because coming up in the next half hour, I will have another very important safety tip that could hopefully prevent you from being that next burglary victim. Reporting from the Worthington area, Beth Del Pani, NBC4.
Thanks, Beth.